Hi folks, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm, where my addiction is all over the internet. On this channel, do book hauls, book reviews of both digital and physical media, audiobooks, and so much more. Alright, happy Monday everybody, and I start off the day by being constantly reminded that I need to go to a podiatrist. Ugh. Ouch. Sorry about this, guys. I hate doing that. Um, I've been having foot issues for a couple years now, and I really do need to go to see a podiatrist. But yeah, I gotta wait till I can sign back up for health insurance before that happens. So, anyways, happy Monday, everybody. Sorry about that beginning with my foot. I really try not to show that on camera, but sometimes it's unavoidable. It happens. It's not something that I'm personally proud about. Yeah. So anyways, so in today's video, it's a Kindle reading vlog, but I kind of want to include a couple things, uh, in this video. Number one, I just finished watching about the Oklahoma City bombing, and for people that don't know, this includes a lot of people born after 9/11. But if you were born after 9/11, but your parents were in their teens or maybe their early 20s when it happened, this coming Saturday is going to be the 30th anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. I really doubt that our president is going to go there, you know. But anyways, for people that don't know, the Oklahoma City bombing took place on the second year anniversary of the siege at Waco. And it was a guy called Timothy McVeigh that bombed the Murray Federal Building, as another name to it, added to it. But and it was one of the worst attacks on American soil before 9/11. And I was 15. I was 15 when it happened. I know I was not living in Oklahoma City. It probably would have been a lot worse for me if I was. But I do remember living in St. Louis when it happened. I was in NJROTC, and it affected me more powerfully than 9/11 happened. And it affected me more powerfully than 9/11. And the reason for it is quite simple. While 9/11 was caused by people outside of America that came over for the purpose of doing what they did, Timothy McVeigh was two things. One, he was an American citizen. He was a natural-born American citizen. And two, he was a veteran. And yeah. So when Americans do it, it's much more powerful emotionally. You wouldn't think it is. You would not think that an American killing other Americans in this particular way would be more powerful than if it was done by people in another country. The fact is that they present this front of being, normal and good people, and then they turn around and blow up a building that has babies in it. Yeah, it was much more powerful. You have to have lived through that event to understand what I am talking about. And people say, oh, well, 9/11 was really bad. Yes, 9/11 was bad. Now, I'm not saying 9/11 wasn't bad. 9/11 was bad. Bad, 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 bad. But Oklahoma City is very unique in its own context of this is a domestic terrorist that did it. And, of course, we had another event that happened yesterday with a Pennsylvania governor. Him and his family were asleep, and somebody decided to try to burn the house down. And the guy is being charged with terrorism, as along with other ones. So watching that documentary really brought back a lot of very, very powerful memories and all that. And then another documentary that I watched on Netflix was Bad Influence, and this is the dark side of the kidfluencer thing. I remember when Mark Zuckerberg was being grilled by Congress and about the rumor that pedophiles were watching video and looking at photos of babies and children. And it was disturbing. It was. I don't follow child influencers. I don't follow teenage influencers. I like adult influencers because they're adults. I like influencers more around my age of 40 some. Those are the people I follow. Those are the people who I absorb their content and all that type of stuff. And speaking of subscribers, I'm at 173 subscribers, so thank you so much. When we get to 200, I will find out if they sent you an email, because I did it with 100. I'm guessing if you get 200, you get another email. I will literally freak out if I get one of those button plaques. I will be like, people like my content. But I will say, in the content area, there is a dark side to it. But I like to have fun. I like to read books. I'm totally addicted to books, which is, people thought, oh yeah, Addicted Bookworm. That is a great YouTube channel name. So I stick with it, and it's just absolutely wonderful. But I will say there are times when I don't want to make content. I absolutely don't want to make content. And it drains me. It does. But when I want to sit down and make content, I have a blast. And speaking of content, this coming Thursday, I'm ordering a bunch of books. Not a bunch of books, but some books from Amazon. I know, evil Amazon. By the way, Jeff Bezos is not CEO of Amazon anymore. So let's stop blaming Jeff Bezos for what's going on in the world. It's another guy. He's a millionaire. He's not a billionaire, but he will become a billionaire. CEO of Amazon. But yeah, so Jeff Bezos, we can't blame him more for our problems. But anyway, so they're all, Hannah Swanson books. I absolutely love the books. They're named after food items, which is good. And I can't pronounce her last name. She does the Lucy Stone mystery, and I'm getting, I believe, 2 books. And then I pre-ordered another one. It's supposed to be coming out in, I believe, October, something like that. So yeah. So be prepared for a little book haul, which will be my second to last one, because starting next month, I'm going to be focusing a lot on my studies, because I am going back to Penn Foster to get my piece of paper. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yes, also, I found out from my brother that there's a chance that he will not be able to come with me to Barnes & Noble on Thursday because his toxic friend wants to talk to him. So, after I talk to Penn Foster to get back on the program and all that jazz, I will head out to Barnes & Noble. I will be bringing him back a slice of cheesecake. But I will get the Nook Glow Light for Plus. And also, I'm going to pick up Valiant. I think that's the title of the book. It's the second book. It's the sequel to Malice. Or no, I think it's Valor. That one, I'm looking at my thing here. That one, also, I'm going to pick up, I believe it's book number 4 of the Iron Druid, and also pick up another one of the Iron Fae, which, by the way, I will say this till the day I die, it's better than Sarah J. Maas, and definitely better than Fourth Wing. And also, I'm going to pick up the third book in the Cozy Romance one, the sequel to the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. And I'm going to pick up a couple of mystery books. So I'm going to get a total of about 6 books, maybe 7. We'll take that back, 7, because I'm getting a spy book for my brother. So I'm going to do that, and then I will come home, send that order off from Amazon to Amazon, and all that type of stuff. So I will not be doing an unboxing of my Nook Glow Light 4 Plus until I get home, because I'm just going to be like really busy and everything. So yeah, so I talked about the documentaries, I talked about my plans for this week. So we're going to get to the Kindle reading portion of it. So, alright. So I've started, so on the Nook portion of it, I've started on, that one book with which has the demon slaying witch. I'm on chapter 5 of that book. I was going to read some more yesterday, but I had to be at work at 4, so that was no good. I did start the Lost Book of Bond, which is another one of the historical fiction books. It's about a girl that is sent to Europe to help the Monuments Men. And for people that don't know, the Monuments Men were a group of preservationists and historians and archaeologists, I believe archaeologists and a couple others. And their goal was to preserve, to reclaim, and to save the cultural past of Europe. And this is how obsessed the Nazis were about this stuff. Yeah, so she goes with them, and her job is to find the books and the lost manuscripts and all of that type of stuff that the Nazis stole. So I was really, really psyched about this book, and I am on chapter 3 because I could only get to chapter 3. But yeah. Also, I am still on The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. I am going to take it back. I'm going to go ahead and buy as physical editions these 3 books, because in all honesty, I am enjoying The Blade Itself. I really get a really good idea of why Joe Abercrombie is as good of a writer as he is. And speaking of him, he actually has stated that he wrote several episodes of Love, Death, and Robots. And I did see the one where, Sorry. This woman, she's actually a fox. And, yeah, it's a little graphic, but he actually, he actually wrote some episodes for that show, which, I am so psyched about. Um, then I am going through Strangled Eggs and Ham, Stranglers Eggs and Ham. Um, Doing that one, and I'm um, still reading through Divergent. I am halfway through that book, which I'm very happy about. And next month, I'm going to continue to read from Stephen Donaldson. This is the um, um, what's it? Um, this is Lord Fowl's Bay, The Chronicles of Thomas Covenant, the Unbeliever, Book 1. Now, one thing I'm going to say is, I do love it that I own the book on Kindle. I really do, but I will also be buying it on Nook, so that way I can read it on Nook as well. Um, but yeah, so that's what I have been reading, as well as on my Nook app on here. Um, also, I do also have plans in the future to get. I'm to back. I'm gonna get the second book in the Assassin's Apprentice just to own it. But yeah, so another thing I'm going to go on the record to say, I'm at 136 books, which is an insane amount. An insane amount of books that I have actually read, which is like, oh my god. Um, I'm going to be taking my time with these books. As much as I would love to get to 300 by next month, I am not going to be doing that. Um, I'm just going to sit back and just take my time with these books. Like The Assassin's Apprentice is pretty, fast paced. But things like Joe Abercrombie's books, um, the country store ones, Oathbringer, which, by the way, I want to say this. I'm more inclined to finishing that book than Onyx Storm. Onyx Storm, I have had that book at both physical and digital license for going on 3 months. 3 months, and I'm still not done with the book. That's because I opened it up and I'm thinking, oh, okay. Alright. Let's see how far I can go today before I want to delete it from my library. But anyways, on a storm, I've never ever had this much problems finishing a book in my entire life. Even the one I will not tell you anything about that I read, because I know that it's going to elicit a reaction. I'm not going to do it. Okay? I didn't finish that book because it was just too weird for me. But Onyx Storm, at least that one had some kind of direction. This one goes everywhere. But yeah. So anyways, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I said, yeah, so this coming Sunday will be 2 months. I have had my Kindle Colorsoft, and I am super, super excited about it. So, I will do next month, I'll do a 3 month one, and then I will do a 6 month, a 9 month, and then finally a year. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Bye.